things haven't been going very well for me lately. It's a lot of bad things happening, one right after the other, and it just has not been pleasant, and I haven't been feeling well physically and emotionally. Actually, the other week, I got so sick. I've been biking regularly. I think that, being a lazy fuck is just bad, but being an unemployed, lazy fuck is probably the worst thing, imaginable. So, I mean, if you're unemployed, the very least you can do is keep yourself physically active, and that's what I've been endeavoring to do. And, I've worked up to it, and biking is my choice of exercise. I worked up to it, but I finally hit a 20-mile mark, so I was biking. I go out and bike for 20 miles. And that first time I did it, I got sunburned on my back so bad, and it just went downhill from there. And I got this bad fever, and I was just sick for several days. The fever would not break, and that was kind of just like, the salt on the proverbial wound that had become my life. It just has not been very pleasant for me, and working through a whole bunch of shit. And I'll probably talk about it eventually, but I don't want to talk about it now. What I want to talk about right now is that last night I got shit-faced drunk, and I never do this. I very rarely do this. So I got really drunk last night, and it was really awesome, because after I got really drunk, and I was stumbling around. That's how drunk I was. It was really cool. I really enjoyed it. After that, I had really awesome sex. So that was, like, it was just great. I mean, I thought it was really awesome drunk sex, but, maybe Sam had a different perspective, or maybe she's just being nice to me because I've been so down lately. I don't really know. But that worked out really well for me. But for some reason, I could not sleep last night, and I don't think this has ever happened to me before. But I literally ended up lying in bed, playing on the iPad, and yes, I do have it, and yes, it is as awesome as I ever hoped it would be. And I'll just show you in true krumbine creative fashion. That's my lock screen, Explorers of the Unknown. That's the cover image for Explorers of the Unknown, and then that's the Explorers of the Unknown logo as a desktop image, and I think that looks pretty cool among all the other things that I have on there. So I actually stayed up late last night, like till 2 a.m., just playing on the iPad and just reading and playing games and whatnot. And when I finally put it aside to go to sleep, I dozed. I snoozed for an hour, and then I was like, man, I'm just really thirsty. I mean, at this point, I'm still a little buzzy, but I'm mostly over it. And I just got up and got some water. I sat down in front of the computer here, and I was wide awake. So I snoozed for an hour last night, and then that was it. I finally went back to bed probably around 8 o'clock this morning, and slept very intermittently for the next 3 hours or so. And then it was just like, I mean, the lawn people were here, and that's just a pain in the ass. Pain in the ass to try to sleep through. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know what was up with the insomnia. And I'm really tired now. I got up and then I went on my 20-mile bike ride. I try to ride. The goal is to do 20 miles every weekday. So it was Monday, so I did my 20 miles. It was really great. And I'm very proud of myself. I'm, doing it. And just totally exhausted now because I got no sleep last night. So that was that. And the other thing I wanted to kind of mention, the other really good thing, I think, aside from all the webcam stuff, actually that's part of it. I have today 971 subscribers on YouTube. Thank you. All the new ones. Thank you to Heather for posting her collab video finally and sending a whole bunch of subscribers my way. That's been brilliant. That's been awesome. People are still trickling in. It's fantastic. I love that. 971 subscribers. I'm that close to 1,000, which is a really big deal for me because I've applied for partnership like 2 or 3 times before. I think it was at 300 subscribers, and then at least 300 subscribers and 500 subscribers. And then I just said, you know, enough's enough. I'm not going to bother with that right now. And I've kind of, like, I always had in my mind, okay, hit 1,000 subscribers, then you're probably well on your way to, you know, having that audience to mandate partnership. But now YouTube's kind of cannibalized their partnership program so much. I mean, the only thing that remains in the partnership program is literally the monetization. At any rate, you know, again, you know, I'm very close to 1,000 subscribers, and despite my thoughts about, you know, the pointlessness of the partnership program because it's been cannibalized so much, you know, we've already got the autoplay, we've already got the channel recommendations. I mean, you know, the major features. The only thing that partnership really offers is the monetization. And so I'm kind of wishy-washy about that. I don't know if that's something I really want to do or not, but it's still a feather in my cap. Certainly one that I've aimed for a very long time, and I think that once I hit 1,000, you know, I'm gonna reapply and see what happens. I don't think that I still don't think I get the views necessary for the partnership program. They're looking for people who consistently get thousands of views on their videos, and you know, I'm anything but that. But that's where webcams comes in, because webcams has been performing beautifully. And I'm very passionate about the project. A lot of people are involved in the project, and I'm very honored and yeah, very honored that all these people have contributed to webcams and have made it what it is. I love the fact that, you know, there's usually more than one bit of original music in each webcam. I love that we've got this growing list of contributing writers to the show, and then starting now with this 10th episode. 10 episodes, that's kind of a big deal. Starting with this 10th episode, we're going to start alternating. We're going to be doing we write the shows very we write the scripts very generically so that anybody can come in and do a part. That's the goal of that. That has always been one of the fundamental rules of webcams and one of the fundamental principles behind the show. But it's also been a little limiting because, you know, the webcams is the evolution of Talking Heads, and Talking Heads was always written for specific people. So as for the writers, people who are contributing scripts, it's actually kind of limiting to write generically. And I've run into these limitations, and I see these limitations in the scripts that people give me. So what we're going to start doing, starting with this 10th episode, because this is how Chris wrote the episode, and yeah, it's been something that I've been wanting to do for a while, and I just said this is the time to do this. We're going to start alternating between these generically written scripts that will be thrown out there, and anybody can, you know, throw their hat into the ring and be part of the episode, and kind of these customized personal episodes that you know, myself and the other writers, you know, will be writing for, you know, the specific people who contribute to webcams and who dependably contribute to webcams. So I'm very excited about that. We'll be folding in some storylines, getting into some interesting storylines with that. So that's a plus side. Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of other stuff happening, and everything that has happened that has contributed to the depression, there's just so much of it that eventually I'm going to get to it. Some of it is becoming source material for webcam scripts. Just an example, you'll note that Everglades National Jurassic Park, a video that I'm actually very proud of, it's been taken down. It's not on my account anymore, and that's because someone wanted to threaten to sue me over it. Yeah, so that's just a sample of the shit I've been dealing with for the past several weeks, and it just mounts up, and it has not let up very much. And that's why, you know, when it comes to getting smashed and having some good drunk sex, you know, gotta appreciate the little things, right? Stay creative, guys.